Hey everybody, it's Doug Green and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News, and I'm very pleased to have with me Alex Pujols, Vice President, Partner Engineering, Cisco. Alex, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So I'm really excited that we're able to do this podcast. I'm so glad you were able to take some time out here at a busy day at Cisco Live 2026 to talk to us. Our publication is all about the partners. We have historically a large readership of Cisco ecosystem partners. It's early days. You made some major announcements yesterday. What are you hearing from your partners?
Tons of excitement. I think having the entire portfolio anchor on cloud control, I think is something that has everybody really excited. A lot of discussions around security in the AI era, specifically agentic. It's an area that we've invested heavily. I think the entire market is moving that direction, and so partners are excited that they're going to be able to move forward with us. And so, yeah, tons of positive commentary. We're still not done. We've got a little bit left, but great keynotes yesterday and today. Everybody's excited.
Alex, especially for the partners that didn't make it to this conference or are just sort of paying sort of half attention, what is the simplest way for you to explain to partners the AI opportunity that's in front of them, especially when they're talking to their customers?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the way we've looked at the AI opportunity probably over the last 2 years has been more from a AI infrastructure perspective,
Right.
GPUs, routers, switches, silicon, optics, and that's going to continue to be extremely important. And I know our partners are going to continue to do really well in that space, and we anticipate that. But I think the interesting thing that's really starting to take shape is AI software and getting visibility into the AI stack itself. And so we've had some conversations this week. There's some commentary on main stage around the proliferation of machines and agents quickly outpacing potentially even the amount of people that we have doing things. And so it becomes really important to be able to identify, to be able to tag, observe, govern, quarantine if necessary, the behavior of agents as they're acting autonomously. And so there's a whole roster of security-related services around AI that our partners are going to be able to offer, mainly because of the investments that we've been making in the portfolio. So not that AI infrastructure is going away by any means, it's going to continue to grow, but I think wrapping security around AI as we move from more of a generative to an agentic path forward.
Alex, if the partners are to win in this front, and that's really critical, where do they even begin? In other words, as they start to unpack what they heard this week or are learning, where do they start?
Yeah, I think it's a tough one to answer directly because I don't know if every partner needs to be the same. I think when I talk to partners, one of the things that I ask them is, what are your customers asking you to be? And so it could be you just need to develop consulting services so that you can help your customers sort of navigate AI, maybe regulatory or legislative actions, depending on what that customer looks like. Some people, hey, my customers want me to build out full-blown AI applications, like from the ground up. And then you're developing skills and capabilities around low-code, no-code type development. Or it's something in between. Maybe your customer needs you to help bridge the gap between their existing infrastructure and the infrastructure of the future that can accommodate AI. I think ultimately your customers can be the best guide of where you need to be. From our perspective at Cisco, our goal is really to help you every step of the way, regardless of who you want to be.
So in terms of sales motion, the strongest sales motion right now, AI infrastructure, security, Splunk, observability, or lifestyle services, where's the strength? Where's the growth?
Everywhere.
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 All above.
Yeah, I mean, all of those technologies that you listed are major growth opportunities for Cisco. And I think the exciting thing is, and this is sort of symbolic of the whole announcement around cloud control, even though those have been great opportunities, we've almost treated them separate. And I think what you're seeing now with cloud control is sort of this unification of the entire portfolio, primarily, and to G2's words today, primarily to drive operational simplicity. And so we want to sort of lower the barriers between the different domains or architectures within our own portfolio. And that makes it far easier for partners to go out and do like cross-domain, multi-domain telemetry, things like that. So it really just opens up more opportunity for our partners, and it makes life much easier for our customers.
Being a partner is really about a conversation, about how you place it in front of your customers. Sometimes that's a bit challenging. So how do partners turn agentic AI and intelligent infrastructure into a clear customer conversation?
I think even before you talk about agentic, we're at its base, we're still solving fundamental business problems. And so I think one of the things that I would encourage partners to do, and talk to partners all the time about, is rather than starting from agentic or starting from the AI technology and trying to back into a business challenge, identify the business challenge. Number one, find out if agentic is the right use case to solve that particular challenge. Ideally, whether it's agentic or generative or any other form of AI, you almost want that to be sort of the last part of the equation, because there's so much that has to do with the business challenge, the business processes. Like every customer looks differently. And so taking all that into account, and then once you've ultimately developed that mid and that longer term plan, then we can back into what's the right technology to execute on that use case.
Alex, I know you said all of the above are big opportunities,
Yeah.
but I noticed, or at least I felt, that I heard a lot about Splunk yesterday. Splunk, open new partner opportunities. How do I get started? If I'm a partner, and historically I haven't really worked a lot with Splunk, and it sounds like maybe there's some opportunity to realize there.
Yeah, tons of opportunity. It's data is sort of the unifying element across everything that we've talked about. In AI in particular, right, there's really three ingredients to the recipe. That's infrastructure, there's data, and there's the models. And Splunk is a big part of that overall strategy. So tons of opportunity. And luckily, it's even gotten easier. So if you do want to get started, we have a fantastic partner program, Cisco 360. And even if you're a legacy Splunk partner, all of the great work that you've done in the former Splunk program is now fully ported into Cisco 360. And so the onboarding process, the growth process, we have some very clear pathways that a partner can follow if they want to onboard or if they want to add to their existing practice and include Splunk. But yeah, huge opportunity for us. Partners need training, they need enablement. We've got tons available for them to get them off the ground.
I want to, let me ask that, because sometimes that can be sort of a speed bump. How, what's the process like to onboard and start winning with these new innovations?
Yeah, I think we put a ton of time and effort into helping train and enable our partners. Really across two motions, we have a lot of what I call live touch, so live and instructor-led training that we do across the globe in regions, workshops, boot camps. Then we also have our digital touch platform, Cisco's Black Belt program, and we've got hundreds of thousands of on-demand training hours available for any partner if they want to go in there and leverage. And so every Cisco partner has access to a ton of different opportunities to train across different modalities, and I would encourage them to reach out to their Cisco rep, and they can help them get plugged in.
Now, are there repeatable offers that partners should be building right now?
Yeah, 100%. One of the things that we've been talking a lot about this week are network assessment services in anticipation of Mythos and some more aggressive patch cycles I think that we're going to be seeing in the future. So one of the challenges for customers is you can't patch what you can't see.
Right.
And so it's extremely important for not for Cisco and for our partners to be able to help our customers through that. There were some great announcements today around Cisco IQ as well, which touches on that. But yeah, I would definitely, as I'm talking to partners, security-based network assessments that touch on both the infrastructure side and the software on the agentic piece. I think that's a huge opportunity for partners.
You know, Alex, when we're on these panels, I always like to close up with, what's the one thing I should do today, or what's the one thing after I attend Cisco Live, I'm a Cisco partner, what's the one thing I should start doing immediately to take advantage of this?
Yeah, I think two things. You go out to your customers, talk to them about agentic security, and what's their plan? What's the strategy? How are they going to defend themselves in this new world, this Mythos accelerated vulnerability discovery type of world that we live in? I would venture to say most organizations are contending with this right now and trying to figure out what the answer is. And so there's a great opportunity to help. The other one I would say is sit down with your customers and talk about operational simplicity. There's some great opportunities on the horizon with Cisco Cloud Control to really reduce the overhead to run networks. And I'm sure most customers are interested in that. And so I would take what they've learned here at Cisco Live and bring it into those conversations.
Alex, that's really interesting that you start with the customer and essentially let the customer map out the issues that they might experience, and then present the solution.
Yeah, I've always had the approach of really starting with the customer challenge and working backward from there. When I started at Cisco, I was in the field in front of customers and partners for about 7 years, and so it's just kind of a habit that stuck with me, and I think it served me well, and hopefully it serves our partners well.
Alex, I really want to thank you for joining me today. I think it's very important for the people especially the partners, to understand how to take advantage of this opportunity. The information is already available online, I'm imagining, but can they reach out?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much indeed.
Awesome. Thanks, Doug.